Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and happy new year. Happy new year. Wait, like when are we supposed to stop saying happy new year though? Like when are we supposed to cut it out? Because I'm out here feeling like it's getting a little ghetto. Like it's the 5th of January already. Do we wait until February or mid-Jan? I don't know, Jan. But anyway guys, happy new year and welcome back to the Queendom. Now, of course, you know, it's the new year. We're still on that new year, new me tip. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm always extra in the first 2 weeks of the brand new year. Pardon me, I'm just looking at my laptop because I'm expecting an email. But anyway, I'm always on this new year, new me tip. So I thought, what better way to kickstart the year than with some positive sit-down content, and that's exactly what I'm bringing you today. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and follow your girl on Instagram. It's Lydia_MSM. Now before I even get into this video, let me tell you guys something. First of all, I've been noticing a trend, and I don't know if I'm late, tired and through and delayed, but I'm like, who has time? I think I've actually addressed this in one of my videos. I don't know if I have, but this sounds a little familiar. I feel like I've been here before. But what's up with this whole thing of like following people, and when they follow you back you unfollow them? Like, what the hell is that trash? Like, I honestly don't understand. I know we're trying to kick off the year on a positive note, but I'm kind of confused. You must have a lot of time on your hands, and you should watch my video right now actually to get a few tips on how to be productive and use the time to do constructive things, because I don't understand the whole concept of following people and then they follow you back, you unfollow. Okay, anyway, before we go off track, let's just get into the video. So basically, I decided to record this video where I'm sharing 7 different tips or 7 different pointers, 7 different, I don't know, new habits that you can actually adopt in the new year in 2021 to ensure that you have a bit of a positive year compared to last year. I mean, you could come up with your own thing, but basically these are the 7 things that I've adopted. I actually adopted some of these things back in 2017, but I would say I was pretty consistent with most of the items on my list last year, because we had a lot of time on our hands, child. We could think, ponder, you know, dwell on our regrets, and we had time last year. So anyway, over here I have my phone and I have my little list, and I'll be going through the list right about now. Okay, so first up, I said journal or diary entries. Now this is something that I actually adopted back in 2017, but I must say that I was not really consistent with it. I was really slacking. So I would say last year is one year where I was so consistent and I never dropped the ball. I was literally like on my A game. I was on my A game from January, but I kind of dropped the ball in November. But I kind of dropped the ball in December, because, you know, if you watched my other videos, you would know that that was quite a stressful period for me. But anyway, I was very consistent with just writing down daily in my journal. I literally had daily journal entries or diary entries, and I would just reflect on the day. I would normally do this at the end of my day, so this is after I take a shower, just before I get into bed, and I reflect on my day and just sort of write anything that happened, anything positive that happened, anything that might have upset me, triggered me, any lesson that I learned, just any positive or negative thing that actually I felt was quite significant. I would write it down. And in so doing, it's actually quite a great habit to pick up, because now that we're in a brand new year in 2021, I've actually been going through my journal, which is this one over here. I know it looks quite small. I actually have 2 journals which I went through last year, obviously because this is quite small, but I was keeping it simple, just straight to the point. And literally every day from the 1st of January I was on Cs. As you can see over there, 1/1/2020, and it was a Wednesday. So it's been really interesting. The reason why I really love doing this is that now in 2021, as I'm going through the days, I go back literally on the 1st of January on Friday, opened my diary. I was like, let's see what happened last year on this exact date, and it is just so crazy. So it's one way for you to actually reflect on your year and reflect on things that you did either in the last year or the last 2 years. Obviously, in order for you to do this, you need to be somebody who enjoys writing. Even if you don't enjoy writing, someone who's actually one with your thoughts and your emotions, because I used to be a person that really found writing about my feelings or anything like that very uncomfortable. But I grew into it over the years when, you know, I started sitting down writing a few things. If I don't like it, I would read it, then rip it up or burn it or whatever. But the nice thing about it is that in that moment, whatever it is that you're feeling, it's still raw, and when you pin it down and put it on paper and you reflect, either it's a month later or a year later, it's just amazing to see how far you've come in just the growth, Miguel. It's about the growth. I have gang loads of diaries, like I think I have an issue. Over here I only have 4 of my diaries, and I was sitting here counting them. I think I have about 7 more in my bag, which is quite far, so I'm not going to dig that up. This is the one that I got from my friend, which has a name. She got it for me when she went back to Canada on holiday, and then she came back and brought this for me as a souvenir. And this is the one that I purchased for 2021. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a little obsessed with Disney, especially Mickey Mouse. So yeah, I decided to buy this one, and I've started pinning down my thoughts, and you can see I've started writing down a lot of things, and it's just a good habit to pick up, I feel. So journal or diary entries, that's number 1. Okay, the second habit, this is something that I really had to learn, and I learned it the hard way, and it was just not cute. It was not cute. A girl was stressed out. So the second one, I said save before you spend and invest before you spend. Listen, I used to be that person that I got coins in my account, I got coins in my pocket, I step into a store or I'm online, I see what I like, I buy what I like. Okay, whether I've already exceeded my monthly budget or whatever, I didn't care. I was just like, gotta have it, we'll have it, I'm having it. Okay, check out. But then I started experiencing moments where I would do that, and you know that instant regret you experience right after you hit that pay tab, you know, just after you put in your password or whichever method you're using to actually process your online purchase. And once it goes through, you just regret it. Sometimes you even regret the purchases. You're like, I didn't really need this, I don't even know why I splurged on this. I honestly used to have an issue with that, and then I started picking up on this habit of actually trying to save and invest before I spend. And I would say I started being very consistent with that in 2019, and then 2020 I really picked up. And that's one thing that I really want to be serious about in 2021, child. I want to build my investment portfolio. I really also want to build my savings, you know. And I think it's important when you are picking up saving habits and investing habits, and just make sure that you're actually doing it for the long haul. Because I feel like not sometimes, I actually used to be that person. I would save, but for me it was always short term. I would save because I want to buy this, I would save because I want to go on vacation, I would save because, you know, when I invest in vlogging equipment, my ring lights and my softbox lights and my camera and my, you know, every time I would save for something, it would honestly be short term. And I realized that actually that has really jacked me up. My finances were just not looking good, and that's why I consulted, you know, a financial advisor, and we started strategizing around just my spending habits and seeing what I can cut down on. And I've seen a lot of progress and a huge improvement as far as my finances are concerned. But honestly, I still feel that, you know, there's a lot that could be improved. Like, seriously, girl, seriously, like, oh my girl, being out here, I'm so glad that I actually am not a person who's into weaves. Because I think the first time I bought my wig, my first one, I was like, 3,000 for hair. 3,000 kwai for hair, that's like 6,000 rands. Do you know what I would have done with that money? I should have saved or invested that money. And now it's like, it was getting to a point where I would make certain purchases and then feel bad about it. And that's how I knew that I was slowly outgrowing the whole, you know, splurging and just spending on frivolous things, you know. So spending habits, adopt healthy, positive spending habits. Financial literacy is very important, and that's something that I had to teach myself, because, you know, unfortunately in high school they're busy focusing on life orientation and all of that. Listen, that does not even contribute to half of the things that I'm going to go through in my adulthood. Okay, so how about we start teaching kids about tax and the real nitty-gritties, the real torture that you go through in adulthood, child. They be out here telling you about the cramp, whatever. Obviously some of the things that we learned in high school are beneficial, but I feel like honestly our curriculum really ignores a huge chunk that could really be beneficial for us in adulthood. Like, groom these kids while they're still in high school. Financial literacy should actually be part of the curriculum back home. Like, I wish I could meet somebody who's out there designing their syllabus and all the content that they, you know, going through, because I'm like, girl, but where's the financial aspect of things? So you're waiting for people to take up student loans and, you know, graduate from uni. Now you have student loan debts and you trying to get your first job, you're trying to get an apartment, you're trying to save, you're trying to invest, you have to pay off your debt. It's just a lot. So financial literacy is very important, and I think picking up healthy spending habits, but just adopting the whole habit of investing and saving before you actually splurge and spend your money, that's it, Miguel. And then we'll be on a roll. We'll be on a roll. So that's that. Okay, so the third one, it kind of flows from the second point. One is basically invest and build your investment portfolio. I actually want to shout out somebody who's right here in China, and she also has a YouTube channel, and her name is Thissa. I'll just link it down below. I'll just put it up on my screen. You can go on her YouTube channel. She is literally financially literate. She knows what she's talking about, and she put a girl on to Easy Equities, which is a platform that you can use to actually make investments and buy EFTs and all of that, child. Anything that has to do with finances, I am tough. I don't know anything about finances. I would highly recommend that you go on her channel and just go through her financial chats playlist and go through the different videos where she's walking you through how to buy shares, how to make your first investment as an amateur investor, Easy Equities, introducing you to Easy Equities, and just how you can shop around for different EFTs and all of that. I was honestly clueless, and I'm so happy that I saw her when she posted something in a WeChat group right here, and I went on her channel. I started looking stuff up and doing my own research, and I started making my investments, you know. And obviously it's a trial and error thing where you are gonna, you know, buy your first shares. You don't even know what the heck you're doing because nobody's guiding you, but it's better to start and learn from your mistakes than to just chill out here and you're just splurging your money on sneakers and all these other materialistic things that are honestly not going to contribute to your future and anything else that you are trying to build. Like right now we're looking at retirement, child. We too old, sikugilis badala. So right now we're looking at retirement. We're looking at, you know, making solid investments so that we actually set not for life, but, you know, just to ensure that you actually are going to live a comfortable life. So invest, grow your investment portfolio, girl. Okay, the fourth habit, I would say, I come up with a routine and stick to it. So the point that I noted down, I said, for instance, sleep before 11 p.m. and wake up at 7:30 and make sure that you stick to it. I'm one person who used to have like a rigid routine. I used to have a routine when I was back home, but obviously ever since I've been here, it's been jacked up. One of the reasons is obviously the time difference, and the only time I can talk to my family back home is around 2 a.m., which would be 8 p.m. for them. So that honestly throws off my whole sleeping schedule to start with. Like, it's all jacked up. It's all jacked up. If I have to go to bed at 3 a.m. because I was talking on the phone with my family, you can understand that already my body has kind of adapted to that. But you need to find routines and stick to them, because that way you have more of a structured life. If that includes you switching off your phone at 10 o'clock because you don't want to get distracted, you don't want to get any phone calls, do that. If that means on Sundays don't call me, this is my me time, do that. And try to have a solid schedule and stick to it. I think it's very important for you to be quite strict on yourself, stick to it, hold yourself accountable. Okay, make sure that if you do have a day, let's say for instance you do tell yourself that you're going to sleep at 11 p.m. and then you have a day where you go out for drinks and you stay up until 1 a.m. whatever, obviously you can have those cheat days, nyana, but just have a solid routine and stick to it. You know, I used to be a person who had a structured life, and I feel like everything is just in shambles right now, and I need to go back to the drawing board to see how I can make the necessary adjustments, which I really started last year, because now my family knows that I call them on a Monday and a Tuesday, and that's it. You're not gonna get a call from me any other day. A Monday and a Tuesday, that's it. If they see me calling any other day, they would know it's an emergency, and vice versa. If I see a call or a message from my family and it's a Wednesday or a Thursday, I know it's an emergency and I can make an exception. But other than that, my family knows that we only talk on a Monday and a Tuesday, and I can make an exception. But other than that, I'm gushy. I used to have a strict rule that I'm not on WhatsApp past midnight, and I kind of broke my own rule, but now I'm going back to that with literally switching my phone off at 11 o'clock, and that's it. 11 p.m. I switch my phone off, or I switch off the Wi-Fi. You're not gonna be able to get a hold of me past that time, which sucks because back home it's literally like 5 p.m. but I obviously am on this side of the world, and I need to come up with a routine and a schedule that works for me, because in trying to accommodate my friends back home and accommodate my family, I've actually screwed myself over. And now it's been 3 years, and sometimes I feel like a zombie. I don't even know how I operate. I'm literally out here running on one bar. That is not healthy. So routine. Come up with a routine and stick to it for your own sake. For your own sake, baby. For your own sake. Okay, the fifth habit that I put down is personal rituals or traditions. Example, solo lunch date every first Saturday of the month, or take up a new leisure activity every month. This is very important, and I found this to be so soothing. I was actually sitting here asking myself, how the heck did I get through quarantine and lockdown and just 2020 as a whole? And I realized that is through writing, through vlogging obviously, and just creating content on my channel. Honestly, when I started my channel, I was like, ugh girl, you just gonna have a virtual diary, and this is where I'm just gonna put all my thoughts, and if I think of something, I'm just gonna quickly record a video, edit it, and put it up. And I slowly started enjoying vlogging, editing, and just learning the different, you know, techniques that go into putting together an amazing vlog and an engaging vlog, and just coming up with exciting content. And I got into it, and that's literally what got me through quarantine. I was sitting there all the time thinking of different ways I can, you know, fill up my time and just be productive, because, you know, it starts getting to a point where you feel all stagnant, you feel uninspired, you just feel blech, and that's not a good feeling. So honestly, creating content, recording videos, editing, and putting out my content is what kept me going last year. And that's why I'm saying come up with a little personal ritual. I started another thing, which is going for walks in the evening. I was very consistent with that, but I kind of stopped. I need to pick that up. Personal rituals could be going for a jog every Saturday morning at 8 o'clock for an hour. Okay, coming up with a personal ritual that just works for you. I am big on solo vacations, I'm big on solo dates, I am big on solo shopping sprees, I am big on just spending time alone with my thoughts, mask, drawn curtains, reed diffuser, candles burning. That's my vibe. I don't know, I think I'm kind of old, but that's what I find exciting now. And that's why I'm saying, even the day I do get into a relationship, I hope I am gonna attract a guy who's on the same wavelength as me, because I'm not into this whole vibe of going out anymore and just being out there. It's just loud, just nonsense. Not nonsense. I'm not into that kind of lifestyle anymore. There are people who still find it exciting at 40. That's not me. I'm 28 and I'm over it. So I'm really hoping that I am going to attract somebody who's on the same wavelength as me, and then we are going to enjoy doing the same things, because I pretty much rather stay at home, Netflix and chill. And I mean Netflix. I'm not talking about Netflix. So nasty. I'm not talking about that Netflix and chill, child. Actual Netflix and chill. I would honestly rather do that. So I'm hoping and praying and manifesting that type of partner. That's the type of relationship I want to be in. Somebody who is just down to earth, cool with doing nothing. Let's just sit home, stay at each other if we want to. But I'm all about tranquility. I'm all about peace. I'm all about serenity. I'm all about... I could literally be living in the woods. Honestly, that's the vibe that I'm on right now, and I don't want anybody to disturb that. So that's why I feel picking up the habit of actually having your own personal routines and traditions that work for you. You go out for lunch every first Saturday or first Sunday of the month. Anything that you do, you go out for a painting date, whatever. Things that you do on your own that really help to keep you focused and calm. I'm all for that, girl. I'm all for that, bro. So you better pick up those habits, pick them up. Personal rituals. Have a specific goal or target each month. Obviously, when it comes to goals, you need to make sure that they're smart. We know smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic or relevant, and time bound. You need to have smart goals. This is something that really, honestly, when I sat down reflecting on my year, despite how horrible 2020 was in general, the fact that I had a goal that I was working towards every month really kept me motivated. And I think that's something that we can all pick up. It's not late. It's the 5th of January. You can start doing all of that, Miguel. Actually, the one goal that I set for January, I already achieved it in 5 days. So you can understand, that's why I'm all hyped and I'm all excited, because it also helps you and reminds you about you're the girl you think you are. You have your goals set and you know how you're going to achieve those goals, and you actually have specific measures in place to make sure that you actually reach your goals and accomplish your goals. So I'm here for all of that. Smart goals, baby girl. Every month set a goal for yourself. Doesn't matter how insignificant or small or stupid or ridiculous, or listen, if it makes sense to you, you do you, boo. I set my goal. If I tell you about it, you're actually gonna laugh. But as soon as I smashed it on the 3rd, I was like, I didn't expect that to happen so soon, but it did. Okay. Now I'm on to 2 other goals that I set myself for January, and obviously I am gonna achieve them because I put my mind to it, and that's on period. That's on period. And the last one, the 7th one, I just said log off, take time out, and prioritize self-care. This is another thing that I picked up last year. I'm used to being in go-go mode. Go-go mode. I have things to do, places to be. Listen, I have things to do. You find yourself in an unfortunate position where you do burn out, and unfortunately for me, the wake-up call was passing out at work. I was literally working and I could feel it coming, but then that's what I'm saying, that you know, you don't listen to your body and what the messages and the vibes that your body is sending you, because we need to pay attention to our bodies. Our bodies actually are our biggest best friends. Because listen, your body will tell you, girl, you need to slow down. Girl, you need to slow your roll. You just on another level. You are just on another level, girl. You are on a different vibe and a different level. You need to slow your roll. And I just didn't listen to my body because I was in go-go mode and I could feel it coming. But like I said, I never paid attention to it until I had that incident where I passed out at work. That was a scary wake-up call. Obviously, that's not something you'd want to experience or go through in order for you to realize that you need to slow down. But it took me collapsing at work to realize that I need to slow down and pace myself, and I need to remind myself that I'm not in a race against time, against nobody, child. There is no expiration date on my dreams, on my goals, my aspirations, and everything that I want to do. And I had to just bring myself towards myself and reground myself and regroup and try to refocus myself. But girl, what are you rushing for? It's okay. Calm down. Calm down. So yeah, last year I really prioritized self-care, masked every now and then, went for a walk, went for evening walks. I actually took part in the Lydia Dinga step challenge, which was amazing, walking for 10k to 20k every day. And that was just amazing, and that's something that I'm going to pick up. Obviously I was still getting adjusted and, you know, settling into my new apartment and stuff, and now that the new year has kicked off, those are things that I'll be picking up once again. So let's go through the list. So the first one, journal or diary entries, very important. Second one, save and invest before you spend. Warren Buffett, what's his name? Is it Warren Buffett? Him, he's my G, he's my best friend, because I'm like, yes, we need to actually expand our investment portfolios, child. We're not getting young. The third one, invest and build your investment portfolio. Number 4, come up with a routine and actually stick to it. Number 5, personal rituals and traditions. Those are very important because those go hand in hand with self-care and self-awareness, and actually being able to pace yourself and know that now you need to literally tap out because you're just doing too much, you know. Number 6, have specific goals, have SMART goals actually. And number 7, log off, log out, switch off your phone, unplug, unwind, rewind, refocus, realign your structure, all the re's that you can think of. You need to do all of that. So yeah, anyway guys, that's all I have for you today. That's it for my sit down video. I know I already uploaded a vlog yesterday, but I wanted to say one more time, Happy New Year to everyone. And you know, while we setting our goals on all the different milestones that we want to reach and all the different goals that we want to accomplish, we must also remember to take care of ourselves, because you only have one body and one mind, sis. If you don't take care of that, who will? I don't know about you, but I'm still young and I want to enjoy myself, but I also want to be healthy while doing it, and be sane and be in one piece, just aligned. Alignment is very important. So yeah, anyway guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. It's Lydia_MSM, and I will see you in my next video. Aloha.